Support for Up to Date is provided by Geisinger, providing world-class care for our community, here where it matters.
Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to Up to Date from WVIA News. I'm Sarah Scinto, here to get you caught up on what you might have missed over the weekend. Congressman Rob Bresnahan is promising to fight what he calls short-sighted Medicaid rules that were part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and get some mystery recommendations from the Franklin Street Sleuths book club in the latest Bookmarks. It's Monday, June 8th. Let's get you up to date. We'll start with Congressman Bresnahan today. Last year, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act cut taxes on Social Security and tips, but also required people to work if they want Medicaid benefits. The law produced waves of criticism against Bresnahan and other Republicans who voted for it. As WVIA's Boris Krauchenyuk reports, the proposed work rules are now going further than Bresnahan wanted.
Congressman Rob Bresnahan says he sees proposed federal Medicaid work rules as short-sighted, and he plans to fight them. Patient advocates say the rules may jeopardize treatment for cancer and other serious illnesses, and Bresnahan seems to agree.
We have just started to hear about this, and it's certainly something that we take offense to.
The federal government issued the proposed rules Monday. They flesh out guidance for work, public service, and other requirements for recipients to obtain or keep Medicaid coverage. They would go into effect on January 1st. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the changes will reduce Medicaid spending by more than $900 million and knock 10 million people off the program during the next decade. Bresnahan has said he's for preserving Medicaid for people who really need it while rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse. He's also pointed out multiple exceptions to work requirements, including for people who have serious or complex medical conditions. But on Tuesday, groups like the American Heart Association and the Muscular Dystrophy Association expressed deep concern about the new rules affecting people with serious illnesses. One advocate who said people with early-stage cancer who are in radiation treatment but still have the capacity to work are not exempted from the work requirement. Bresnahan said he gets it.
Cancer is something that hits very close to our home, including my wife's sister who is currently battling stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. So we see the short-sightedness of that rulemaking, and we plan on fully fighting this every step of the way.
Reporting from Plains Township in Luzerne County, I'm Boris Krauchenyuk, WVIA News.
Thanks, Boris. Find the full story at WVIA.org. And in other politics news, a new Trump administration grant program is designed to increase the amount of electricity the country gets from coal. Reed Frazier reports for WVIA on the program's potential impact in Pennsylvania.
The Trump administration says it's providing $700 million to upgrade more than a dozen coal-fired power plants and subsidize the construction of 2 new ones. None are in Pennsylvania, but the White House says the state could see increased mining as a result. The power plants tied to the money include 2 in West Virginia and 1 in Maryland. Tom Schuster, director of the Sierra Club's Pennsylvania chapter, said these plants are big climate polluters. They also produce pollutants that form smog and could contribute to poor air quality in Pennsylvania.
The entire eastern seaboard, including Philadelphia, it doesn't meet federal standards for smog pollution.
After years of decline, coal use actually increased last year, driven in part by electricity demand from data centers.
That was Reed Frazier reporting. Stay with us. There's more up to date after this break.
I'm Roger Dupuis from WVIA News. If you haven't already, sign up to get our free newsletter, WVIA News Notes. It's delivered right to your email inbox each Tuesday and Friday mornings. Go to WVIA.org and click on newsletters to subscribe.
Welcome back. Now let's talk reading recommendations. It's time for Bookmarks. It doesn't take a detective to figure out that readers love a good mystery. In fact, we love them so much there are book clubs dedicated to dissecting, discussing, and solving mystery novels. To unearth some of the best mystery recommendations this week, we went right to the source, the Franklin Street Sleuths Book Club at the Oosterhout Free Library North Branch. May you find your next case among their files.
Hi, I'm Joanne Austin, branch supervisor at the Oosterhout Free Library North Branch, and I am recommending a book called Don't Tell a Soul by D.K. Hood. It's a book that we've discussed at the Franklin Street Sleuths, and the reason I loved it was because it was a real thriller, a murder mystery like no other. And it takes place in Black Falls, Montana, and the two main characters are Detective Jenna Alton and her deputy David Kane. Now, both are brand new to the city, and they are both in witness protection. That in and of itself is something to look forward to in the next book. But they find a body in a barrel, and they know that it's one of two recent missing persons, and they go about trying to find out who is really killing these people. And Jenna Alton is also afraid that she is next on the killer's list. So go for it.
My name is Karen McNulty, and I've been a member of the Franklin Street Sleuths at the Oosterhout Free Library for many years. And while I do enjoy a spine-tingling whodunit, my favorite books are stories based on historical facts. I'd like to recommend Mr. Churchill's Secretary by Susan Elia McNeill. Maggie Hope is a young woman born in London but raised and educated in Boston. She returns to the UK in 1940, wanting to help with the war effort, and becomes a private secretary to Winston Churchill himself. As Churchill promises blood, toil, tears, and sweat, Maggie becomes involved in intrigue, espionage, and even murder in wartime London. I guarantee when you get to the last page, you'll run to the library for book 2 of this fascinating series.
Hi, my name is Anna Elmire, and I'm a member of the Franklin Street Sleuths, a great mystery book club at the Oosterhout Free Library. Today I am recommending the author Wasim Khan and his Baby Ganesh series, which takes place in present-day Mumbai, India. Inspector Chopra, who is the main human character, tracks down clues and solves crimes with the aid of his baby elephant, Ganesh. So if you are looking for a delightful read with relatable characters, intriguing storylines in exotic places, and served with a bit of humor and compassion, this series is for you.
This is Eileen Kenyon, and I am a member of the Franklin Street Sleuths Book Club at the Oosterhout Library in Wilkes-Barre. A book I highly recommend is The Frozen River by Ariel Lawton, which is a fictional historical mystery that takes place around 1790 in Massachusetts. It's an engrossing tale based on the real-life midwife, Martha Ballard, and gives quite a bit of insight into the life of a midwife and the day-to-day happenings during this time period. And of course, there's also a murder mystery involved.
Hi everyone, Sarah Scinto here with my mystery recommendation for this week. When it comes to twisty tales of amateur detectives, Holly Jackson can do no wrong in my book. I loved her YA Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, so of course I devoured her first thriller for adults, Not Quite Dead Yet. On Halloween night, 27-year-old procrastinator Jet Mason is attacked in her family's home. She barely survives, and the attack leaves her with a brain injury her doctor is certain will kill her in 7 days. Determined to finish something before her time is up, Jet sets out to solve her own murder. I loved everything about this book. Jet's narration is sharp, witty, and full of gallows humor as she unravels the case, and it's interesting to see how Jackson addresses Jet's health and mental capacity as her last week marches on. As Jet and her childhood friend Billy investigate the attack, it seems like anyone could have done it, and I could not put it down. That's all for this edition of Bookmarks. Thanks to the Franklin Street Sleuths for their contributions. Join us again on June 20th. Want to talk about a book you love? Email me at sarahscinto@wvia.org with bookmarks in the subject line. All right, I hope you're feeling up to date. Find more stories, as always, at WVIA.org. I'm Sarah Scinto. Thanks for listening today. If you want to stay in the know, make sure you subscribe and tune in every weekday wherever you get your podcasts. Have a great day, everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow, right here on Up to Date.